welcome to episode 26 of the Bloody Bunch podcast. Today, you have me, Balfour, with, today our dancing compadres or dancing partners, Kathy, Lee, Buddy, Mills, and Lauren.
Yeah.
On my end, Lauren's camera stopped working, so she's just like, her face is just like this. Like, her hands are in her face, so it, like, that's all I got.
My hands are in my face?
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like
What is
on
this,
my end.
Labyrinth?
I mean, what?
My face is in my hands.
It's
My
hands
hands
up.
aren't in my face. That's not how the saying goes.
Well, you know what? It's what I said, so therefore it is the saying of tonight.
What?
No.
But, guys, I'm super excited because I'm finally over? I'm finally done with Game of Thrones, the Telltale games, and I had a lot more fun than I thought I did. Than I thought I would.
Yay! This pleases me.
I still think that the pacing was very slow and agonizing.
What the Telltale game would you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even with Telltale games, some of the pacing is good. Like, Wolf Among Us has really good pacing, in my opinion, because it's a mystery, and the entire thing is like what you have to find out clues as you're going on.
Speaking of which, where's like season 2?
Of Wolf Among Us, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in the
I haven't
same,
even played season 1.
probably in the same hell that Game of Thrones season 2 has been in for like the past 3 years.
I need to have season 2 because I need to see more of Snow White and Belle and all of them because they're so beautiful. I'm so gay.
Actually, speaking of Wolf Among Us, Lauren was making sure that she has episodes 1 through 5 for Wolf Among Us.
That I purchased the whole game and not just like the free first episode.
Yeah, and
Work was strange.
and she saw a spoiler because she started episode 5. Why did you start
Oh
episode?
my
Because you were
No,
double
because
checking.
I wanted. Yeah, I just wanted to double check that I had all the episodes. So presumably, if I'd bought them all, I would have episode 5. So I started episode 5 and was immediately. It was like 3 seconds of the episode, and I was immediately spoiled for a major character, and I'm like, well.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, if I hadn't done that, I would have just been spoiled by Kathy. So, you know.
True. That is
It's
very
all good.
true.
What?
Nothing.
Snow
Spoilers
White.
for people
No, yeah, Snow White.
who've never played Wolf Among Us. But
Mm.
that's one thing that I find. To me, that's a double-edged sword for Telltale games, because Telltale games come out. It's like what, once every month or once every 2 months for their episodes. When there's a new release, which for me I can't stand. Like, I think that's bullshit. Like, give me the goddamn game already. Don't wait me play your game over the course of 8 months.
Don't wait me.
Yes.
Yeah, don't wait me.
Don't wait me. Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
That was funny.
But what was I gonna get at? Damn it, I lost my train of
Spoilers.
thought. Oh yeah, no, I think it sucks that every episode starts with a recap, which I understand why they have to do it, because if their releases are so far apart, you need a refresher to what happened.
I also think it's sort of integral to how, like, your decisions in the episodes, because unless you're going to play them one after the other, it's so difficult to keep track of what you've already done and how that's going to frame what's coming up.
Yeah, but then that's my thing where, I mean, the story's in a set, like, the story is set for certain events to happen regardless of your decision.
Yeah, of course.
So,
As I found out with you playing through Game of Thrones.
yeah, which I understand. Like, I get, you have these characters and there needs to be a certain story that they follow. But I was telling Lauren about this. This is my biggest issue with Telltale games is don't give me the option to do something if it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it does
You
not.
don't get it. It matters.
Nope.
It's the fact that you made that decision matters. It doesn't matter if your character actually gets to do it. You made the decision.
But
Agreed.
It's your action.
I
base.
totally
To me-
agree with Lauren.
to me,
Yes.
that is a waste of time.
You think
I actually agree
Defiance
with-
is a waste of time.
No, I think Defiance is cool and everything, but there's a certain point where it's like okay, so a scenario that happened in the game. I'm not going to get into spoilers. There's a character that dies, but regardless of what you say leading up to that point, they die, and their reactions in dialogue don't what's the wrong
Vary?
word? No, they don't change or alter the way that another character reacts throughout the rest of the story. So it's like, all right, then what's the point of having that selection if it does absolutely nothing to anybody in the story? That's what I don't
it's
like.
you. Because it's you.
Buddy, go.
I think that's the whole point of the games, though, isn't it? Where it's kind of like you can. I mean, it doesn't affect shit because it's stupid that way. But at least it's you. It's your option. It's your opinion. You can't just.
Yeah, which is cool and all. But for me, I'm not saying for everyone else. I'm just saying for me, like the way I experienced it, it didn't make sense to me because it's like, all right, I have an option to say something. I have an option to do something, in quotes. But regardless of what I do or say, doesn't affect the story in any way. And it doesn't affect a character in any way. Like, there's no repercussions for the choices that you make. That's what I had an issue with.
I have an opinion, but Buddy, go.
No, I was just gonna agree with Balfour for a moment because like this, even if you say if it's like the right choice to do and everything, and then it ends up being a game over.
Exactly. That's another thing that bugged me. It's like, well, why can't we see that path of the story? And I understand, again, there's a set story for certain characters. I just think it would have been really cool, or even very. What's the word? I want to say pioneering.
Yeah.
For the developers to be like, hey, let's have these branching stories where, sure, let's have like the one true story of like the entire game. Like if you get certain dialogue and selections correct, it follows this path. But like, say you wanted to be absolutely insane and just kill everybody. Excuse me. And be like this ruthless asshole. It can like turn into something else, like an entirely different story. I think that would be kind of cool if Telltale took that initiative and did something crazy like that. And I understand why they can't. Just the resources and the amount of time to develop something as in depth in that is crazy. But that's what I always thought when Telltale was releasing like AAA titles for their stuff. Like using like big brands and everything. Like I thought that was their idea of like molding your own story rather than like, all right, we have like 2 or 3 options where specific characters have like certain fates, but the main story still stays the same. And it's just me being picky. Like that's just what it is. I'm not saying that the Telltale games are great for what they are. I want something more in depth.
I had a thought that I haven't had before about having it set up like that, and I suppose this, in a way, is specific to Game of Thrones. But maybe it's designed so that you're supposed to feel helpless, because, like, clearly, if anyone hasn't heard of how ruthless Game of Thrones is with its characters, some people are just gonna die, and maybe that's part of the point of that. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, the character's fate is sealed, and you're supposed to feel that. Like, maybe your frustration with it... Yes, Kathy and Buddy are making amazing motions right now that you can't see. But, like, maybe your frustration is actually, in a way, what they designed it to cause. Like, you're supposed to feel like you couldn't have done anything to change the situation, and it was so hopeless they were going to die, blah, blah, blah. And maybe you've just interpreted that as, like, this game's shit, not, oh, I feel bad because I couldn't save a character.
Well, because, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, you're probably right in that sense. And I made it very clear that I don't care for Game of Thrones. I don't...
Yes.
And again, it goes back to the pacing thing. I don't enjoy slow movement in stories for the sake of slow movement. Like, and again, it's having pointless areas where you're trying to build up tension, but you're not using your characters or the environment to your advantage as a storyteller. You're just kind of dragging someone along just for the sake of it, and it drives me insane. But if you like it, awesome, good on you. Have fun with the hour and a half of someone walking around being mad at the world and then dying.
Well, I mean, it's true. This is it's not Telltale games. It's I mean, I played, what is it, Walking Dead. I mean, it's kind of a theme when it comes down to Telltale games, I think, where it's just inevitable in a way. It makes you feel helpless because you try so hard to keep everyone alive or something, but someone's gonna die.
Yeah,
and it's most likely gonna be like your favorite fucking character.
Of course.
Because
they want to serve your heart on a plate.
So speaking of which, I am so happy because my two favorite characters in Game of Thrones survived.
Okay, see, first of all, fuck you.
Yeah.
See, another thing was, this isn't Telltale.
Telltale.
Telltale. It's Don't Nod. It's Life is Strange.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it. I probably won't play it, and it's not against anything else. It doesn't look appealing to me.
Right. See, I don't remember how I got into it. I think I saw it and I was like, this looks very interesting because I liked Wolf Among Us. I'm gonna try Life is Strange, and it started off as a really cute, lighthearted game, point and click, really simple.
It gets dark really quick.
Yeah, it's real fucking quick. And I remembered at one point, no spoilers, obviously, I had to quit the game and start it completely over so I could make sure
Try to do something.
nothing happened. Yeah. And I did. I honestly did. And I went through the whole game hoping and praying that at the end it's just going to be a completely happy ending, and it wasn't. I'm going to tell you this. Episode 5, at the very end, I had tears streaming down my face when I completed the game, and I don't cry.
That's a good game then.
It was,
regardless of how shitty it feels, that is a good game.
I love it. I really, really love the game. It hurt my heart so damn much, but it was totally worth it. And I just can't. But anyways,
I enjoyed when Kathy got the game because, man, I got text messages up the wazoo during, it was insane how she was like, she's like, I can't breathe. This is going on. This is going on. This is going on. I'm crying. I'm screaming.
I'm telling you, the whole, what was it? Waiting for each episode to release was absolute torture, especially the last one, because it took 2 months to come out or something. They had a delay. One of the episodes had a delay, and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Just give me all of them right now so I can finish this and my heartbreak can be over, because every single day I'm just like, oh dear God, I'm gonna die.
Well, I think that happened when Game of Thrones came out, because that was when I was still watching Game of Thrones and was still completely enthralled by it. So when I heard that the game was coming out, I downloaded the first episode, and then the second episode didn't come out for, I think, months. There was a huge gap with Game of Thrones. The Telltale game. Sorry.
And that's why for me, I know a ton of people are super hyped on the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game, but
oh dear God.
For me, I'll wait until the year's over until I play it, because I can't deal with the cliffhanger of find out next time.
Where every 3 months there's a new game.
Yeah, which
but you're doing that with Digimon Tri.
I am, and it's killing me. It is killing me.
But you're excited for it, whereas that one you're annoyed by it because there's a difference of
bias.
Thing that you enjoy. Yeah, bias.
But yeah, because it's very different sources of entertainment. As a video game, I want to get the full, because typically when you play a video game, you have the full story in front of you. It takes you typically 3 or 4 days to go through a story for an average gamer. Average gamer.
Average gamer.
I can plow through a game.
None of us are
hours.
average gamers. So let's just point
yeah,
out.
we plow through stuff. But
I'm like, average gamer, what? I finished Mass Effect, what?
but when it comes to like to TV and movies and stuff, I am okay with there being breaks in between. And the way that Digimon Tri is doing it, I really enjoy because they are, for people who don't know, Digimon Tri is the technically the third season of the original Digimon, or the Digidestins. So yeah, Digimon Adventure 2, and then Digimon Tri, which is
Are they
going on now.
trying?
Ah, funny.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
in
sorry, I had
Japan,
to.
they're actually releasing these as movies, like in small increments. The original production was going to be a full new series. So it was going to be like 6 or 30 episodes or something like that. But instead, they decided to release the episodes in theaters in Japan as feature-length films. So it's like episodes 1 through 4, episodes 5 through like 9 or something like that are shown in theaters throughout the year. And I think it's really cool and smart to do that because if you're into a series, you typically binge the fuck out of it. This is very evident by Netflix, which their entire
Which is designed to binge.
yeah, their strategy is completely insane. Which works perfectly for them. But I
And
think,
everyone.
yeah, I think it's smart to bring back an old, very loved series and bring it in different increments because you can get that full experience, get that cliffhanger, and be like, holy shit, this is really good. I can't wait for the next movie to come out. But instead of waiting like 2 years for the next feature-length film to come out, you wait a few months where you get a new one, and then it's very refreshing to you to maintain keeping the series going.
So, what if Telltale Games came out with a Digimon game? Would you still hate the fact
I
that
would
it was
still
released in
I would
episodes?
absolutely.
Or would you be just
I
as
would
excited for
absolutely.
it as you are for Digimon Tri?
No. I would absolutely hate the fact that I would have to wait so long, and I would not play the game.
How is it different?
No. Because it's a different medium. It's a different type of entertainment.
No, I think
That's
it's because
no.
you have an interest in one and not the other.
No, because I'm telling you why. Because it is two very different types of entertainment. Because video games are very interactive, and you want to be part of the story, and I can't be invested into a game that isn't finished for 8 months.
But the movie's not finished for 8 months.
Which is fine, but it's different
What?
types of entertainment, though. Because one is interactive, where one is, I don't want to say static. One is, I don't know what the word that I want. But it's like, it's a visual story, which you could argue that Telltale games are just a visual story, but you are interacting with the characters in that story. I'm not interacting with movies or TV. I'm the viewer. I am looking through the looking glass.
Are you Alice?
Yeah. But a game is very different where I am interacting. I am in control of these characters. I can explore the surroundings and everything. So that is why it is very different, in my opinion, those two mediums. Which is why if Telltale came out with a Digimon game, yes, I would play the fuck out of it because I love Digimon, but I would wait until all episodes are released because I would not buy it on... I refuse to buy any Telltale game on launch because I know it's just going to be episode 1, and then I'll have to wait 8 months later for it all to come out.
Case closed.
Boom, drop the
Unpopular
mic.
opinion?
What?
Uh-oh.
Unpopular opinion?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I think you're just saying that, and if they did do that, you would absolutely be psyched.
No, I wouldn't. Like, I would
No,
be...
because you're super stubborn.
I would be excited. Yes, I am not saying that I won't be excited. I will be excited that they have a Digimon game. Yes. Am I going to
And
buy
you
it?
really think that you could wait like a year while a Digimon game is out that
Yes,
you could be playing
because
and you'd wait?
Yes, because I don't want to pay for one episode, play it, and then have to wait months later to finish the game.
I think because that hasn't happened yet, that you're possibly wrong. I'll say possibly. I'll leave room for the error on my part, but
No, I know for a fact because every Telltale game I have refused to play. The only reason why I've played Telltale games is because I've gotten all the episodes up front.
Have any of them been something that you've been super excited about?
Batman.
Actually, yeah, I forgot that existed.
Yes! That's what I'm saying. Like,
But you have played it.
Yes, because all the episodes were out.
Were they?
Yes!
When I bought it?
When you
When it was bought?
When you got the game, I waited until all the episodes were out until I played it.
The whole thing is on a disc now, I think.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think they released them again after.
Yeah,
after
so that
it's
means
finished,
they're
I think
all
they
out,
released
yeah.
them again.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about that. I
Digital
haven't.
downloads
Oh,
for
wait,
the
no.
win.
When it comes to episodic games, digital downloads for the win.
I don't know. For
Yeah.
me, just any. I've been this way since they started digital downloads on 360. I love digital downloads on everything because I don't want clutter. And for all you people who are like, I want to see my collection. It looks cool. I want to put it on shelves. Fuck you. Takes up space. Throw that shit in a box. Throw it away. Just download everything on your Xbox or PC or whatever.
Guess what,
you got.
babe?
What's up?
I just got offended.
Same. You just offended the. Wow. Wow.
Also, I like getting depending on the game. If it's for a series that I really enjoy, I like getting the collector's game. So like the stuff that comes with artwork or a figurine and stuff like that.
Just like Mass Effect for me. I went and I lined up for that shit because I wanted like the actual physical copy in my hand.
See,
And you can get like the metal
figurines.
covers sometimes, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I get figurines and stuff, like, that's cool. I don't know, just for me, it's like now, especially for the fact that almost every game, every new title is online only, like, to me, there's no
What?
point. What do you mean, what? I'm
What do
like,
you mean it's online only?
like, so, okay, for instance, for the Xbox One, any disc you get, any big
Oh,
game
you have
that
to
you get,
download it
Oh,
on.
You have to
okay. I'm
download
like, they're not only released online. What the fuck are you
No,
talking
that's what I'm saying.
about?
Like, regardless if you get a hard copy or if you get a digital copy, you have to download something from the internet. Regardless,
Yeah.
it just that's the end of it. So
Right.
to me, there's no point of getting a physical copy if I'm gonna have to download it anyway.
Actually, recommendation for the Xbox One: when you're first installing a game, turn it off. Set your Xbox to offline because it will download and install without interruptions and problems,
Right,
and you
also,
can play it immediately.
I guess for me though, buying like the actual thing. I mean, you just said those who like it for like the aesthetics. You know, fuck you. I'm just like, first of all, bitch, I do like it for the aesthetics, and second
Yeah,
of all,
I like having that. Like,
yeah,
collect.
I like having physical copies. I mean, even like when it comes down to shut the fuck up, buddy. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, as I was saying, even when it comes down to like DVDs and CDs, I like having the physical copy. I don't know why, I just do. Maybe because I mean, out of everyone, I am the youngest, but I also still grew up with having the physical copy of everything and carrying my Walkman around, and I don't know why, it's just stuck to me, and I just really like just looking, because on my desk, on my computer desk, there's like a little like shelf right in front of me where I have all of my favorite CDs just in front of me, and I just love being able to like close my laptop and be like, oh look, you know, I want to listen to Phantom, so I'll throw the CD into my car instead of playing it on my Spotify.
I think
I don't know, I
I
like
think the
it.
reason for me is this is so first world problems, but like, and it's weird that I'm going to be saying this because I love listening to my record player, which is even more work to do. But I don't care to have CDs because I have my phone. Like, I can just play music on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Music. See, okay, so games and DVDs, yes. Music. If it's something I really love, I want it on
Yeah,
disc. Otherwise, my phone's
Yeah.
fine.
right.
But no,
just
sorry, because
saying,
I'm going to
like-
jump
like-
onto a different subject. So
Oh
go.
no, I'm just saying, like, Lauren totally gets me because I don't know why. Like, out of a whole album, if I only like one song, I'm just gonna download it from iTunes.
Yeah.
But if I like the whole damn album, I want it. Like, I went, Gabrielle Aplin, she's a UK singer, not quite as big as all the other stars, but I like all of her albums, like, including the EPs and everything, so I went to, the Amoeba place, Amoeba Music, whatever.
Amoeba, relax.
Yeah. I went and I looked for her CD because that was probably the only place in LA that has it, unless you're looking for some like really obscure place.
Yeah.
And I found like 2 of them. So I was like, there you go. But like, if it's, I don't know, I just like, I guess because also when I was younger, when I went to Vegas or whatever with my mom and my uncle, they always had like a bunch of CDs in the car, and I would just be switching them to play music.
It's a nostalgia thing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like throwing me back because I always loved playing CDs in the car. It was always just so fun, and also Celine Dion. That was like my thing.
Do you think?
Especially if you're going to Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get to a point? Now, totally going on a tangent. Do you think we're ever gonna get to a point where in cars there won't be a CD player?
Yeah.
Yes, because cassettes no longer are a thing.
Yeah.
Ironically
So
enough, my car has a
eventually,
cassette
CD.
tape player.
Yay, buddy!
You and like
Buddy is
90% of
awesome.
Tucson.
Oh wait, no, I do too. I have one.
She does.
has a
She
cassette.
does have one.
I do. I have a cassette player in my car.
So, Balfour,
Yes.
take that same logic.
Mm-hmm.
Books.
Fair point.
And I
Fair point.
know which side of that
Well-
argument you fall on.
Yeah, because I personally can't read. I don't enjoy reading books on a phone or a screen
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like it is vastly different. Like you don't get
It is
you
a
you
different
you don't get the
The full
visual.
experience.
Well, not even that. You don't get the visual representation of how deep into a story you are.
That's true. Because then of the
Yeah, and like
The
for me,
feel,
that's,
the smell,
yeah.
everything.
But no, but
Pretty
seriously,
much,
like,
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
book
dude,
smell.
the smell
yes,
of a
book
book.
smell is amazing.
Dude, we're all
Um,
nerds.
But no, like seriously, like just going through a book and picking it up and then like seeing where you are in the story to
Oh my
me
God, yeah.
is like you just visualize how far you're
You
getting
also
into
get
it.
really proud of yourself.
It's
Yeah.
nerve-wracking. Because, like,
It is
what if you're in a really intense part of the story and you've only got, like, this much to go and you're like, no, how
Oh my
already
god, every freaking time. I'm just like, no! It's just, and also like bookmarking everything, and then like when you're like doing stuff and you look at your book and you see the bookmark just peeking out, like, hey, you know, I'm right here.
Yeah.
You know,
read
a new world is waiting for you right now. Just drop what you're doing. I don't know. Have you guys? I thought it was kind of funny when they started coming out with Kindles and whatever that they're more, instead of screen and iPad looking, they're more like flat and matte looking and
Well,
more
yeah, because
booky?
they wanted to
because
make,
they tried to match.
well,
yeah.
there's multiple things. So yes, they wanted to try to keep the aesthetic of reading on paper, but they also understood that like watching a screen or reading a screen for
Your
hours on
eyes,
end, your
dude.
eyes will just
Yeah,
get too
it is a
tired.
design thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like, this is cool. Like, my mom got it because my mom's a reader and she loves it. And I get it for people who go through books like crazy. Like, I know someone who can read like 6 books in a week, which you're insane. Like, that is a lot.
If
of
I'm
reading.
actually able to read, I could do that.
Yeah, if
Like, if
I
I
actually
actually
had
sit
time,
down
I would.
yeah,
get
if you
that
just
time
sit
to
down,
read,
yeah. Like,
If-
I'm sure I could read maybe 3 books in a week. That's probably stretching for me just
See-
because I like pay attention to everything. Like, I'm just
Nah.
like enthralled.
You're just like, ah.
Yeah, I'm like, ah.
No, for me, if I had the time like I did back when I was in like 4th grade and everything, where I did nothing but go to school and then come home and do homework.
and read.
Nerd.
Yep.
Yeah, and I didn't have like a social life. I didn't have like work
What's a
or
social
anything.
life?
I'm sorry, what? You have a social life?
I have, yeah, kind of. I guess.
You
I don't know
guys,
how-
this
I don't
once
know
a
what
week
you-
is my social life.
I don't know what technically is a social life. I sometimes go out with these people that I think are friends. I don't know anymore. This is hurting my brain. Anyways, if I didn't have all of that shit, I used to be able. I think I finished the 4th Harry Potter book. I was at my cousin's house for a sleepover, and he had the 4th book, and I just finished the 3rd one. I was like, "Can I borrow it?" He goes, "Yeah." So I took it with me to my room because I had a sleepover with him, and I couldn't sleep because I was so excited to read it. The 4th Harry Potter book, I was so excited. I really wanted to know what the Triwizard Tournament was. And I remember I had a flashlight with me for some god knows what reason. And- Yeah, I mean, he was in another room. I was in another room by
But
myself.
it's a sleepover. Flashlights are like a thing at sleepovers.
That's, oh my god, that's true. But, and then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna read like the first few chapters.
No.
No, the sun
No.
came up and I finished the book.
Yeah. I think
I
Order of
finished the
Phoenix,
damn book.
I did that.
I loved, Order of Phoenix was
I
my
think
favorite.
my mom read the 4th book in like a day and a half while still going to work.
Did she work?
Yeah, so I think
Lunch break.
she started reading it on
Morning
Sunday.
tea break
Yeah,
before and
well,
after work.
she started reading on, I think it was on a Sunday or something like that. She read it on a day where she could read, like, literally all day. And then she went to work, and then that night, she finished the book.
Mm.
And I'm like,
I finished
"You're a
it in a
monster."
span of, I think, like 8 hours.
Yeah.
I just went at it, and I think I was in 6th grade at that time or something. I forgot when it came out, but I was pretty damn young back then. I don't know.
So you're
I
like
can read books.
11?
I can read books really fast, and I just stopped because I don't have time anymore. And even if I did have time, it's more of like, okay, I have to get this done, or I have to do some other crap.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to just sit down and quietly enjoy. Because even if
Well,
I don't have shit to do, I'm with other people.
Well, and that's why it's very convenient. Like, where we are
Having
today as a
digital
society,
copies, yeah.
man, it is so convenient for entertainment. Like, you can just literally just click anything, and you can watch anything, listen to anything that you want, which is crazy. But I think that's another reason why audiobooks do so well, is because people do want to read books. It's very evident people want to read books, but people typically don't have the time to read books. So instead, a lot of people download audiobooks. That way they can still grasp specific things. People read biographies just to understand someone's struggles through their life.
Or to help themselves.
Yeah, and like people, there's different types of literature that people love to read. But people listen to it on their commutes, going to work, when they're, if they're in, or they're waiting for meetings at work, or they just need something to help them relieve stress at work or even at home. It's just a good way for them to finish a book. They didn't read it, but they still got the concept and the literature for them to understand. And I think that is, I know a lot of like hardcore book readers are like, that's blasphemy, you're not reading, yada yada yada. But I think as a writer, I think as long as
you're consuming it.
Yeah, as long as you're consuming the concepts, then you are enjoying that series, or you are
Pretty
enjoying
much.
what the concept is.
I mean, I'm a pretty hardcore book reader, but if anyone tells me, like, some people can't focus on books, but they can definitely focus on someone reading it to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, as long
Whereas-
as you enjoy it and you get the story and you love it, I don't give a shit what you do.
Yeah. I'm actually the opposite of that. I couldn't, Balfour keeps telling me all the time, just listen to a podcast on your way to work. I can't, because I need to be able to concentrate on what they're saying, and I
Yeah.
can't do that and drive.
Pretty much. Like,
So,
you're just like,
I think for me,
So it's either I crash, or I crash and listen to a story, or I pay attention to what I'm doing and have something going on in the background.
no.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that.
and that makes sense. I like, for me, like for podcasts, I kind of throw them on just as like, not necessarily background noise, but like it's something that I'm still consuming as if like my friends were around talking about their everyday lives, stuff that they've gone through, things that they did at work. It's just nice to kind of have that noise going on while you're doing something else, and that's the reason why I enjoy podcasts.
And hey, if anyone listens to this and thinks that we're great noise to have on in the background, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. It's
I take
it's a
that
lot
as
of
an
fun.
insult. I'm just kidding.
What?
Yeah, just shut up.
I'm kidding.
Kathy's just noise. That's all she is.
Wow. First of all,
Where's the lie?
I can't
Oh.
argue that. Yeah, that's true.
No, it's fun. I really enjoy it. I think audio is, well, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I went to school for audio. Audio?
Our
I don't know,
Is that
just-
pirate audio?
It's just so, it's so appealing, man. Like, sometimes somebody can just talk a specific way, and you're like, you turn to jello. You're like, yes, just,
Oh, I totally know how.
Oh, Ryan's
just
voice.
please talk. Oh my god, Ryan Haywood?
Yep.
Ryan's a
Katie
god.
Townsend, guys. Katie Townsend.
Just record and keep it on a file somewhere on your phone, Kathy, so you can listen to it forever.
I'm telling you guys, like, I don't do audiobooks because, like I said, I can't really concentrate on them. if I had to concentrate, I would probably just put on headphones and just lay there and then listen. That's how I do audiobooks, whatever. I can't do shit. I can't do other stuff while I'm doing it. But if she does anything that has to do with like audiobooks, I'm like, bitch, that thing is playing 24/7.
Buddy, what audio, like what person's voice would you say like relaxes you or just gives you that tingling sensation?
The Bradley Baker. He's a voice actor.
Sweet.
Here's a good one. He's the one that does all the clones in the Clone Wars series.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Who is it?
Dean
Something
Bradley
Bradley
Baker.
Baker. Dean Bradley Baker.
Isn't he the voice for Boba Fett now, though? Am I crazy? I might be crazy.
I don't know.
I'm a little crazy.
I know he's also a lot of like side characters too, like in different shows. He's very...
But he's primarily a voice actor, right?
Yes.
I got the power.
Sorry, like my webcam was doing all kinds of funky.
Oh wait, he does Klaus.
Klaus the Fish.
Yeah.
Kathy got super excited. I enjoy when Kathy says yas because it definitely proves how fucking valid she is. Like,
how what?
how
Yes,
valid you are.
bitch, yes.
I hate you so much right now, Lauren. Go away.
I despise it when Kathy says yes. I want to throw my phone across the room when I see her type it.
You know a way that you will learn to like Yas? Look up Yas Cat.
Nope.
No.
Do it.
Nope.
Do
I already
it.
know what it
Doing
is.
it.
You want
No.
a treat? Yeah. You want a treat?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know what video you're talking about. It's not gonna make me like it because I hate that.
Okay. So that is the reason I say it. Because I'm picturing Yas Cat when I say it. Yeah.
Do you want to try Yas?
Well, it's like the thing when I unfortunately say YOLO so much because
YOLO.
of the irony in it. Because I hate that so much, like the people who take it seriously. So I say it to mock them, but then I become the person that I mock. So
Because
it's
you're
like-
saying it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, YOLO.
I like
Yeah,
I like the very small spin-off of that where people started saying mortal. And that, I feel, while it's the same concept, is still
Mortal.
dumb. I just like the idea of it better. It sounds cooler than YOLO.
Mortal.
Yeah.
Combat.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that.
Neither have I.
Maybe it was just an Australian thing, but
Maybe.
yeah.
Wasn't,
It was
wasn't
a
here.
thing that didn't take off for very long.
Yeah, that didn't happen. I never heard of that.
The one thing
Or-
I don't miss is that trend that came back from the 80s, which I know I
Do you
wear
really
glasses.
want to bring it up?
What? Yeah.
Do you really want to bring it up?
Well,
No.
but because I wear glasses as like my thing,
Style.
and I know I look like a douche, but suck it. But man, I don't miss those stupid ass glasses that had like the plastic bands right over it.
Oh
so
yeah,
it looked
I
like
thought those
windows.
were stupid.
I hate that came back for a while, back in like 2009.
I never understood that.
You know why? I don't get why that was trendy.
I have
Because
no
of
idea.
Kanye West and LFMAO. They were the
You're
ones
right.
that were-
No,
You're
but
right, that's
that
why.
was the second time around though. That's when it came back. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But I don't know
annoyed
how
that-
it started
no,
in the first
I'm totally
place.
fine with it.
Who even designed it?
I'm totally fine with it happening in the 80s because the 80s was just a weird time and weird shit happened and that's just fine. Like,
Yeah, like I was born. How crazy is that?
you were born in 89. That doesn't count.
It was still the 80s.
But like that was a different time and I get it. The 90s were a different time. I get it. The early 2000s was a different time. I get it. Why the fuck are you trying to bring back the 80s? Like, just leave it in the past.
No, the
Get
past
back
never
there.
stays in the past.
But cocaine is life.
Well, things
Yeah.
keep coming back, like fashion trends from like years ago keep coming back. It's just an endless cycle and nothing new ever comes out.
See,
Or it gets revamped. And sometimes it gets revamped in fantastic ways. So
Which,
it's
Yeah.
fine.
which I will say, like, that's awesome. When you take an old concept and make it modern, that's cool.
Like the SNES.
Oh, you know what's funny about the old things coming back?
What's up?
When skinny jeans started getting trendy again, and I went to go get some, my mom kind of looked at it. She goes, "When I was young, that was what was in." And I was just like, what the fuck?
Says, I wear skinny jeans constantly. So.
Yeah, same.
I have opinions, but I don't want to state them because I don't want to offend people. So I'm just gonna say
That's never stopped you before.
No.
That's true.
Even in this episode, remember I said that you offended me earlier?
And you offended me.
And Kathy, right, yeah.
Yeah, so that
Okay,
doesn't stop
I
you.
will say the opinion that I think Valve was going to say. I don't think guys wearing skinny jeans is attractive.
Yes, same. Agreed. There
And
you
I
go.
just got
if you're a dude
so.
and you wear skinny jeans, fuck off.
Good on
it
you.
means you don't know. You don't know what to wear for your body, and that drives me nuts. It drives me insane when people don't understand their body and don't wear things that complement their body for the sake of themselves. Like, it's not even, like, I know this sounds body shaming, yeah. I just want people to feel comfortable with themselves, but if they feel comfortable with themselves, then they should be able to wear something that makes them feel better and make them vibrant to other people. And that's what drives me nuts.
Trying to put yourself in... Okay, so there's a weird thing with that whole idea, though, because people feel good if they wear stuff that's popular because they feel like they're adhering to something that's popular, and that makes them feel good. That's fantastic, but unfortunately that thing might not be good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, when that stupid fluoro phase, where it was fluoro yellow and green and orange everywhere, that doesn't look good on anyone.
Yeah, no, that's...
Except dark-skinned people. Looks fucking fantastic
because it has good contrast. That's the problem. Like,
yes!
people don't understand. People don't understand the concepts of colors with what they wear, and it drives me insane. It drives me insane because it could just it's just simple. It's simple contrast. That's it. It's simple stuff that can look good on anybody. Good example: t-shirt and jeans. Looks good on anybody. Seriously, just find the right
Depending
size.
on the cut of jeans and cut of shirt. Yes.
I gotta say, find the right size for your body type, wear it, and you'll look fantastic. You don't have to wear the most trendy shit to look good. You don't have to buy $400 pair of jeans that have dirt on them to look good, you piece of shit.
Oh, God.
Nah.
But, at the end of the day, whatever makes you fucking happy.
Oh, yeah, no, like, absolutely.
Yeah, there
just
you
go
go.
out,
There you go.
Yeah, whatever you
like,
want. Like,
yeah, we all have our opinions about how
we
should
have
dress.
personal opinions, yeah, but
Right.
you should do what you want to do.
If you're a guy and you really fucking love skinny jeans and you think that's your shit, that's your shit. Go for it. Shit, I don't care.
Yeah,
You're not hurting
make fun of
anyone.
you.
just listen. If I trip you, I'm not sorry.
You
Okay,
wanker.
that's him. I give absolutely no shits as long as you're not killing anyone. If you might be hurting Balfour's brain cells, but that's his shit. Okay, that's his shit.
It hurts
If
to
you're not
look at your
killing
junk.
anyone,
No.
I don't know. I don't give a shit.
No,
I'm-
hang on. No,
You didn't say
can
that
wear
last
skinny
night.
jeans. You can wear skinny jeans, but if it's making things,
Your penis.
yeah, like if I can see your penis, then you're not wearing skinny jeans anymore. You're trying to wear a second skin, and that's inappropriate.
Yeah,
And clearly-
that's very inappropriate, and I think you might be able to get arrested for that because that's indecent exposure.
Yeah.
And clearly, if a guy is wearing skinny jeans, he probably doesn't really care about his swimmers at all, because it's just...
Oh, they'd be like.
Yeah, no, they will die. They quite
Yeah.
literally they will die. So I
It's
don't know.
that is actually a biological.
That is scientific
what's it-
truth. That is true.
Yeah.
It's scientific
If they're
fact.
supposed to hang, they're supposed to be out there. That's
Yeah,
why they would.
I think our biology teacher when I was in like, what was it, 7th? No, it's older. It was like, I was freshman or sophomore, whatever. Biology teacher was like, guys, don't wear Speedos and whatever the fuck. And guys were like, why? And she's like, it'll kill your sperm count. And everyone's like, ew.
Yeah.
And she goes, no, I'm dead fucking serious, guys.
Just deadpan
Yeah.
to all the boys. Just
actually a thing.
No, she has the most deadpan face no matter what. And then everybody's like, ew, and everybody's laughing. And she goes, no,
No, really.
I'm dead serious.
No.
oh god.
And then she goes, it's time to feed the snake now. And she walks over. She's like, don't pet the snake. No, there was like a little snake. It was like this long, and I think.
Oh,
her name
he's me thinking that's a euphemism.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking
No.
too. I'm like, what?
No, her name was Patches, and I used to wear a shirt that had like a little hole right here, and I would hold her in my hand, and she would just curl up and stick her head into my sleeve.
Yay!
And she would just sit there for like an hour while I'm in class and I'm writing my notes, and she's just chilling on my left hand.
My rats used to do that.
Cutest thing ever. She's so cute.
Well, I
Nice
think
patches.
that is a good way to end it. Everyone, don't forget to not wear skinny jeans and love your snake. But seriously, don't forget to subscribe to us on SoundCloud and on Apple Podcasts. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and we will see you guys next week
Listing.
for another podcast. So, see you
That
later.
was very good.
Bye.
Goodbye now.
Bye now.